Something's been eating at me for months and I can't keep it to myself anymore. This isn't about a distant threat. It's about what's happening right now in our food supply chains. I've spent the last 15 months talking to insiders in logistics, agriculture, and distribution, and the warnings are real. 11 everyday items are heading towards serious scarcity. These are foundational foods, and the pressure is mounting from climate, economics, and geopolitics, all converging on the grocery aisle. This isn't a prediction, it's already happening. I've put together a free emergency pantry blueprint. 15 items you can grab today to cover your family for 2 weeks, all for less than a takeout pizza. The link's in the description. Start building a little security now before the shelves go empty. Let's start with canned tomatoes, the backbone of home cooking. California's Central Valley, the heart of tomato processing, is facing a historic water crisis. Farmers are fallowing fields or switching to other crops, slashing tomato supply. Processors are competing for fewer tomatoes, driving up costs before they even hit the can. Add in volatile steel and energy prices, and you've got a triple threat: fewer tomatoes, pricier cans, and higher energy bills. Retailers are already seeing fulfillment gaps, meaning you might not get what you order. Prices are climbing, and this isn't a temporary blip. The smart move? Add an extra can or two of tomatoes, paste, or sauce every time you shop. Build your supply gradually and rotate your stock. Aim for a dozen cans, then 2 dozen, if your family uses them regularly. This slow, steady buffer protects you from price shocks and empty shelves. It's not panic, it's practical. Keep spaghetti night on the table, no matter what happens in California. Real butter is a kitchen staple, but it's under threat. Making butter is resource-intensive. Over 20 pounds of milk for 1 pound of butter, plus lots of energy and labor. With rising costs, processors are cutting back on butter production first. Dairy farmers face soaring feed, fuel, and vet bills, forcing many out of business and tightening the milk supply. The result? Volatile butter prices and unpredictable availability. Distributors warn that price swings will get worse, and sales will be rare. The solution? Butter freezes beautifully. When you see a real sale, buy several pounds and freeze them. Stock up at the low points and you'll never be at the mercy of market chaos. Butter keeps for a year or more in the freezer. Buy smart, store smart, and keep real butter on your table. Don't wait for shortages to hit. Secure your supply now. Pasta, affordable, reliable, and long-lasting, is facing a global crisis. Durum wheat, the key ingredient, is in short supply due to droughts and erratic weather in the US, Canada, and Italy. Poor harvests mean less wheat for pasta makers, who are scrambling to keep up. Shipping and packaging costs are soaring, making every box more expensive. Expect higher prices, smaller packages, and gaps in your favorite shapes. Shelves might be full of penne 1 week, but empty of rotini the next. The strategy: diversify and accumulate. Buy different shapes: spaghetti, penne, elbows, since they may come from different suppliers. Add an extra box or 2 each trip. Pasta stores for years and is calorie dense. Build a deep pantry now. It's one of the smartest, cheapest ways to protect your family's meals. Don't wait for the shelves to go bare. Stock up while you can. Cooking oil is essential, but the global market is in chaos. The war in Ukraine shattered sunflower oil exports, forcing everyone to scramble for alternatives like canola, soy, and palm oil. Droughts and new biofuel mandates are squeezing supply even further. Prices have doubled in many places, and distributors warn of wild price swings and unpredictable availability. For your pantry, focus on a 1-year buffer. Oils don't last forever. Buy what you use in dark containers and store in a cool, dark place. Rotate your stock. New bottles go to the back, old to the front. Don't try to build a 10-year supply, just enough to ride out the next shock. A little planning now means you won't pay panic prices later. Oils are a kitchen essential. Protect your supply. Stay ahead of the next shortage. Stock up smart. Canned fish, tuna, salmon, sardines are protein powerhouses and perfect for emergencies. But overfishing, strict quotas, and rising costs are squeezing supply. Farmed fish face feed shortages, disease, and tighter regulations, driving up prices. Canneries struggle with labor shortages, creating bottlenecks even when fish are available. The result: smaller cans, higher prices, and warnings of more shortages ahead. Stock up on canned fish now. It's nutrient-dense, compact, and lasts for years. Buy a mix of types to diversify your protein sources. Rotate your stock and keep a steady supply. It's a strategic investment in your family's food security. Don't overlook this shelf-stable staple. Peanut butter, calorie-dense, protein-rich, and beloved by all, is under pressure. Droughts and mold in peanut crops are shrinking harvests and raising costs. Processing plants face higher energy, packaging, and labor expenses. Prices are creeping up, and sales are less frequent. Distributors warn of bigger jumps ahead. The good news: unopened peanut butter lasts up to 2 years. When you see a real sale, buy the limit, date the jars, and store them in a cool, dark place. It's a small action for big peace of mind. Secure your supply before prices spike. Rice feeds half the world, but the market is flashing red. India's export restrictions triggered a global bidding war, driving prices to decade highs. U.S. rice growers face water cuts and extreme weather, shrinking domestic supply. The result: rising prices and warnings of allocation limits for retailers. For long-term storage, focus on white rice. It lasts decades if stored right. Buy in bulk, repackage in mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, and seal in buckets. Brown rice has a shorter shelf life, about 6 months. Build your rice buffer now, before prices climb higher. Rice is a foundation food. Don't get caught short. Prepare while it's still affordable. Powdered milk is a pantry powerhouse, nutritious, shelf-stable, and versatile. But it's energy-intensive to produce, and global demand is soaring. U.S. producers often get better prices exporting than selling at home, tightening domestic supply. Distributors warn of steady price hikes ahead. Stock up now and learn to use it. Start by mixing it with fresh milk to stretch your supply. Powdered milk lasts for years and is a smart hedge against dairy shortages. Don't wait for prices to spike. Secure your supply and get your family used to it now. Canned beans, black, kidney, pinto, chickpeas, are cheap, protein-packed, and shelf-stable. Droughts are shrinking harvests, and canneries are maxed out, creating bottlenecks. Rising costs for cans, energy, and labor add more pressure. Expect inconsistent supply and rising prices. Build a diverse pantry, stock up on different types of beans. Add a few cans each trip and rotate your stock. Beans last for years and are a food security fortress. Don't rely on just one variety. Build resilience, one can at a time. Beans are your pantry's secret weapon. Oats, rolled, steel-cut, instant, are breakfast staples under pressure. Climate swings are shrinking harvests in the U.S. and Canada. Processing plants face rising costs and a new competitor: oat milk. Oat milk's popularity means less supply for traditional oatmeal, driving up prices. Distributors warn of steady price hikes and fewer deep discounts. Stock up on oats now. They store for years in a cool, dry place. For long-term storage, use mylar bags or buckets. Oats are versatile for breakfast, baking, or as a filler. Buy while they're still cheap. Oats are a simple, powerful prep. Coffee isn't just a drink, it's daily morale. Climate change is shrinking the bean belt, slashing yields in Brazil, Colombia, and Vietnam. Droughts, frosts, and disease are making coffee scarcer and pricier. Prices are climbing, and importers warn of more shortages and higher costs ahead. In tough times, a cup of coffee is comfort and normalcy. Stock up on whole beans or vacuum-sealed ground coffee. Store in airtight containers in a cool, dark place. Buy on sale and build a deep pantry. Coffee is sanity in a cup. Don't run out. This isn't about fear, it's about taking control. Build a pantry buffer, one can or box at a time. Start small, rotate your stock, and grow your reserves gradually. Every extra item is a step toward independence and resilience. Share your strategies and observations in the comments. The more we support each other, the stronger we become. Stay sharp, stay prepared.